Kevin Samuels.
Isn't he lovely?
What do you think? What do you hear? What do you feel when you hear the name? What do you think about? I call people's work their ministry. What do you think about Kevin Samuels' ministry?
I think it's lovely. I think the fact that he's empowering men to be better, I like that fact. I like the fact that he's really blunt with women because we do need work. Why the women listen, I don't know. I mean, I'm amazed that they do listen, but I'm glad they're hearing them. I mean, I'm glad that they're having the conversation.
You said they do listen or they don't listen?
I think they listen. They call in. That's the first step of listening, whether they're agreeing or not, because he's holding them accountable. You know, you have women that call in, they have 3 kids, and they think they need to have the 6-figure man. That's not going to happen. And if he's telling them that, then what's wrong with that? I think that's a good thing. He has that brutal honesty from uncle that needs to be had because maybe dad is not there or whatever the situation. Now, I do think sometimes he makes them think things that are not correct. Like, you know, you got 3 kids. He got to make $350,000 a year. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. But that's just, you know, that's a part of the show. I get it. But I think the fact that he's empowering men, the only problem that I have with him, if I had any, which I don't because I'm married, you know, but is that, and it's not his fault. He has a message that he's putting out there and everybody hears it, but it doesn't apply to everybody. And I think that's the problem that we have, or that I have. Because you have average men or even broke men thinking that they can tell a certain woman this, and this. I'm like, oh, you need to be a 6 or 7 or 8. He could be broke. And he's still quoting Kevin Samuels. And I'm thinking, I don't think Kevin was talking about you. But okay, I hear you. You know, so that's the thing. And that's not his fault. You know, he has a very big platform and everybody hears it and men embrace it. Because sometimes men need someone to follow. And that's what they do. But it's just not for everybody. But he stresses that it's for high value. High value men are the ones that have options. But I think all men think that they have those types of options. And I don't think that's the case all the time.
I think there's a bit of sarcasm with the lower earning men because the clip that made him go viral was the die alone clip. The lady who called in, it was like, I make 6 figures now and I'm finding I can't respect men who don't make as much as I make. So how do I get a 6-figure man? And he kind of ran her down the list of the things that men of that caliber value. Like she was a single mother, she wasn't that attractive, and things like that. So I think the broke guys are saying, we're on the same level, but because you make more than me, you think you're not, because you think we value what you value. And now it's like, okay, since this woman who's a 5 thinks she deserves a 10 caliber man, since I'm a 5 caliber man, I'm going to tell her that I deserve a 10 caliber woman because you're not going to keep looking down on me. So like, do you think that's the case, that women who are actually looking down on the men they qualify?
It's hard for me to qualify people that way because if you have not met the qualification of being a man and a leader, none of that really matters. Because I think you can, I guess, externally be a 5, but if you're not a leader, then you're still a 0.